This is a question about straight line graph. You see there is x and y axis, and the y axis, you notice the y axis is not y. The vertical axis is not y, is log y. This is a type. This type of question is called linear law question. And I have a pattern, simple pattern to solve this type of question. So let's start with this. Usually the vertical axis, I call it phi for vertical axis, and the x-axis, I call it h. In this case, h is x and phi is log y. Then they give you an equation, y equals to k times b power x. Okay, I think I read the question first. The variables x and y are connected by the equation y equals to k b power x, where k and b are constant. This is not a straight line. We are going to make them into a straight line later. And the question says experimental values of x and y are obtained. The diagram above shows the straight line graph passing through the points 0, 1.3 and 11, 0.8 obtained by plotting log y against x. When they mention is log y against x, it means the log y, the one that is mentioned first, is the vertical axis, and the one that they mention later is h, horizontal axis. They ask you to estimate the value of k and b using two significant figure. So yes, you have instead of y equals to mx plus c, we are not going to use that because the vertical and horizontal axis are not y and x. Instead, we use p is equals to mh plus c. And phi is log y. Yeah? Log y equals to mx plus c. What we do, very simple. I already have the pattern here. The 2 points is 0, 1.3. See, I have this table. 0, 1.3. And the other point is 11, 0.8. Which means this and the h is x, p is log y. Which means for the first point, h is 0, p is 1.3. Second point, h is 11, p is 0.8. Then we can calculate the gradient, or m. This m is gradient. Gradient of the graph. Formula, m is equals to v2 minus v1 over h2 minus h2 minus h1. Yeah. 0.8 minus 1.3 over 11 minus 0. And if we use calculator, 0.8 minus 1.3, and you divide by 11 minus 0. You get fraction, negative 1 over 32. So we leave it as fraction first. And how to find c? Easy. We can just use the m there. C is P1 minus P1, which is 1.3, minus M, negative 1 over 32 times 0, which is 1.3. Yes, we have these two formula. We can use it to find C. C is equals to P1 minus FH1, or C equals to P2 minus FH2. So we get them. M is minus 1 over 22. C is 1.3. And the equation will be P equals to minus 1 over 22 H plus C. The plus C and C is 1.3. Okay, I think I shift this thing to the back and we work this thing out. They want K and B. We replace them with P with log. P is log X, not log Y. Log Y is equals to negative 1 over 22 X, because H is X, plus 1.3, which means Y is equals to 10 power negative 1 over 22 X plus 1.3. We must make it, we must work in such a way that we get the form Y equals to KB power X. And how do we do that? We can split up this indices. 10 power negative 1 over 22 X times 10 power 1.3. Power negative 122 power again by X. 10 power 1.3, we can just use calculator. Uh, 19.95 and 19.95. 10 power negative 22, we can just use calculator. Negative 1 over 22, 0.900. Power X. So this is the answer, but they ask you to two significant figures. Very simple, we just round it off. 20, 0.90 power X. And if we compare them to the equation that they want, Y equals to KB power X, that means K is 20 and B is 0.90. So that's our answer for part 1. They ask for K and B. That's it. 20 and 0.90 by using this pattern. Right? Very simple. Then the second part, the value of Y when X equals to 8, that is even simpler. We just substitute X equals to 8. So Y is 20 times 0.90 power 8. And we just use calculator. We get Y equals to 8.61. That's it. That's our answer. They ask the value of Y when X equals to 8. We get 8.61. Yeah, I'm going to make more videos on this linear law. It's going to be easy. I'm going to use the same pattern again, so you can see how to apply the pattern to solve this type of question.